Hi, I'm Herb Hill, and welcome to Producer Point. It has been almost 5.5 months since Producer Points has absolutely done nothing. And why is this sudden silence that Herb Hill has not been able to do Producer Points? Personal things in my life, you gotta handle life sometimes, because if you don't handle life, life will handle you. Now, the second thing, but the most important thing, people, I'm gonna just tell you straight up, flat out, I ended up with COVID-19, the first strain. Then I turned around with COVID pneumonia, which was insanity. But thirdly, guess what it was all about? It was blood clots in my lungs, 2 blood clots, huge ones, that passed to my lungs. And so I was out of commission. It was very, very, very sad. I was scared because the doctors were telling me I got these clots in my lungs. I couldn't even breathe, let alone talk. Then, I have literally been able to conquer COVID. Still got some side effects, but God is good and He delivered me from the hand of the enemy. When you talk about them blood clots, I'm just being honest with you. Them blood clots can take you out. So that's what's been going on with me. What's been going on with you? Have you been making some great decisions in your studio, in your multimedia? It took me a minute, almost 2 months to get back to normal where I could do Producer Points again. So listen, I'm gonna apologize to all of the people that have been following me. Listen, do me a favor, begin to hit the like, share, and then guess what? Hit that subscribe button, because what we're trying to do again is get that algorithm going as it relates to Producer Points. But listen, God has been really downloading some things in my spirit concerning what I need to share with you. So let's talk about it. You're doing a project, right? And somebody's paying you $15,000 per track to get it done. But then on your MacBook Pro or your Windows system, what ends up happening is what? You end up having a C drive failure, meaning your main drive just goes kaput. So what I'm gonna do today is I'm gonna share with you on Producer Points how not to fall into this calamity. And the way that you don't fall into calamity is, guess what? You have to have external drives. Listen, this is a 500 gigabyte drive, half a terabyte. But trust me when I tell you, everything that's on my C drive is backed up in redundancy, meaning that there are multiple copies of my C drives, and then guess what? There are multiple copies of songs that I've written that I've taken off both my Windows system and also my Mac system. Because guess what? Anything can happen. Computers are very good tools, but computers can fail on you. I had a friend of mine in Hampton, Virginia, a multimedia person, and this brother had videos and footage and, photos, and he lost everything about 9 months ago. And one of the things I said to my friend is that, look, man, you have to run your drives in redundancy. So let's talk about it. Hard drives, especially the terabyte drives, they are coming down at a dramatic rate. You can go to your local Walmart and purchase a 6 terabyte hard drive. That's a lot of storage space. okay? And I believe if you're not doing 4K video, it would allow you to do music and audio with no problem. But again, these drives, these Western Digital drives that you can get at Walmart, not the cloud ones, but the ones that you hook up to your computer, you can store for days and days and days in. But you just don't want to just depend on one drive. You want to mirror your drive or either do backups in redundancy, meaning that your drives, after you use your computer, your drives automatically go into backup mode, or you can do it manually after every session. So let me just show you the drives that I currently have real quick, if you don't mind. You don't mind, family? Let's go look at the drives. So look at this drive. This is a Western Digital drive here. A Seagate, I have two Seagates, I'm sorry. I have Western Digital drives at my home studio. So you can buy these type of drives from Walmart for about I say about $65 to $85. These are USB-Cs, USB-A type drives. Now these drives, like I said, together these are about a terabyte together, because they're half a terabyte drives. But guess what, my friend? You can get these same type of drives, 2 to 3 terabytes big, and it'll get you done, okay? And so what I want to show you is that it's important. Now, these are mechanical drives that I own, okay? But they do have SSD. Now, there are different types of SSD that you have to familiarize yourself with, because some of these drives, they burn out after 2 or 3 years. And so what you want to do is you want to do the research to find out, is the SSD the better task for storage, or can I go with the mechanical drives? Me personally, I'm old school. I believe in mechanical drives. So that way you don't have to worry about modules burning up and you losing bits of data. And then when you try to open a Pro Tools file, a Sonar file, or either, if it will, Logic file, you're losing bits, and then next thing you know, it's going to give you an error message saying that the file has been corrupted, okay? And so again, what you want to do when you do your drives, you want to back them up manually, okay? And you want to have redundancy, meaning that you're mirroring your backup drives, okay? Don't put all of your stock. Listen to me, content producers and producers of music. Listen, don't put your stock in your C drives, okay? They can do a lot of great things, yes, but sometimes errors can happen, and if they happen, you got to have a backup, okay? Let me suggest this to you. Go to Walmart, pick you up a 6 terabyte hard drive. Go to Best Buy, pick you up a 12 gigabyte hard drive as it relates to external backup drives, or either your regular external drives. You know what I'm saying? There's a feature in Mac OS called Time Machine, and Time Machine automatically back up your drive. So if you're the type of person that's lazy and you want your OS to do that for you, the OS can do that for you, okay? But I prefer the old school way. The old school way is take that folder that's on your desktop, whether it be Windows or what? Mac OS, and you do it manually. Then you take the second drive, you back that drive up. So now you got a backup to the backup. Let me tell you a bad testimony story. About 15 years ago, I was working with a Christian rap group, and we were diligently working on releasing a super project. I can't remember the name of it because it was so long ago, but it was straight fire. And we were almost in the mastering stages of having this great project taken care of. But guess what ended up happening? Well, I took the drive with me to work, and inside of the building or inside of one of the studios I was working in, that room was super hot because it was super cold outside. And so for some strange reason, my hand hit the table where the drive was at. It hit the ground, and the next thing you know, click, 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 click. That means the rocker arm on the drive was done. That means all of their stuff was in one place in this portable 500 gigabyte hard drive. And needless to say, guess what? I lost all of their music. And they had already paid me in excess of $3,000. And to say the least, no one in the camp was happy with me. I was the scum of the earth. And there was, even though I had the MIDI files, the feel of those tracks as far as vocally was off of the chain. Sometimes you can't replace the memories, you can't replace the feel of what, and then you gotta try to get the artist to redo it again and give you the same feel as producers. Sometimes that doesn't work. It's sometimes the raw track is the track that's gonna get you in the door as far as, you know, getting the exposure that you need. But again, I'm begging you as content creators, back up your media, whether it be music, whether it be video. Don't trust your C drive to anything, because guess what? The C drive can catch a virus. If you got Windows, catch a virus, wipe out all of your stuff. Have a redundant backup drive. I can't say this so many times. Back up your backup, okay? You gonna spend some money, go and spend the money. There's nothing wrong with buying, gear as far as keyboards, controllers, speakers, microphones, but the best equipment you can have in this digital age is having multiple hard drives. I'm being honest with you. I have a total of 10 hard drives. Some of them I have decommissioned because they're dirt old, and then I transfer them over to the 6 terabytes. So I have 2 6 terabytes and a 4 terabyte that I keep all of my songs between 2 platforms, which is Mac OS and Windows 10. And so with that being said, take my advice, spend the money, get you one of these or get you 2 of these, back up your gear, back up your songs, back up your content. And with that said, this is Herb Hill signing out to tomorrow. You be blessed. This is August the 9th, 2021. I see you tomorrow. Be blessed.